In 1912, a German pharmaceutical company, Merck, filed a patent for MDMA. The patent was granted in 1914. It was originally meant to be a diet pill, but the company decided not to market the drug. 13 years later, Merck tested MDMA on animals and found that it was similar to adrenaline in structure and effects. The next time that they ran tests was not until 1959, and it is unclear what exactly they were trying to test for. While some more testing was done between 1965 and 1967 by a chemist named Alexander Shulgin, it didn't really resurface again until 1972, when Chicago police took notice of its use. However, it was still a fairly rare drug. During this time, several psychiatrists began using the drug in therapy sessions, even though no formal testing had been done, and the FDA had not approved use in humans. Ecstasy also became a common rave drug during the 70s. The DEA placed it on a list with Scheduled 1 drugs in 1985, meaning that it is illegal to use, is highly addictive, and has no currently accepted use for medical treatment. In 2001, the FDA finally gave approval for experiments using ecstasy on humans with post-traumatic stress disorder. In 2003, the Institutional Review Board approved the human research. The first dose of MDMA in the study was given in 2004. Due to FDA regulations, the study is being done in Madrid, Spain. Phase 1 of the study has already been completed. This phase was used to identify any side effects, find a safe dosage range, and evaluate the safety of the drug. However, it was only given to 18 patients. Several other studies have been done, but there have been no other reports published on the therapeutic effects of ecstasy. The trials are currently in Phase 2, which evaluates effectiveness and continues checking safety. Plus, it can be given to a larger group of people. In a study done using 15 control subjects and 17 subjects with PTSD, it was found that the hippocampus, the region of the brain used for emotions, memory, and learning, shrinks in individuals who suffer from PTSD. Mental illness does not discriminate, and anyone can suffer from traumatic events. While African Americans, Hispanics, and women are more likely to suffer from PTSD, approximately 8 out of every 100 people will have PTSD at some point in their lives. Cognitive therapy and exposure therapy and medication are the most popular options in treating PTSD. In cognitive therapy, the patient communicates with the therapist to help understand and change their thinking of their trauma. Exposure therapy is used to repeatedly talk about the traumatic event to be able to face the trauma and deal with it. Antidepressants are often used to help patients deal with the mental toll post-traumatic stress disorder takes on individuals. A more recent approach to PTSD treatment is a mobile app, PTSD Coach. Using the app, sufferers can find reliable information about PTSD, as well as common treatment options. There are direct links available to connect users with support and help. Tools are also available to screen and track symptoms. The fact that the app is available on a mobile phone means that it can be there whenever it is needed. In Britain, most individuals who experience traumatic events never talk about them. One British mountain climber, Joe Simpson, fell over 150 feet and suffered from PTSD after his experience. He ignored how he was feeling for nearly 20 years because he felt that it was a dignified solution. In America, while mental illness still has somewhat of a stigmatism attached to it, therapy and counseling have been embraced to help treat PTSD. While using ecstasy to treat PTSD is not yet legal in the United States, it is a feasible idea. However, it is important to note that trials are still being done to see how effective the treatments really are. The ecstasy that individuals were utilizing in the 1970s is much different from most of the ecstasy available today. Most ecstasy available on the street now is laced with other drugs such as heroin, cocaine, and meth. It can also be laced with other substances like caffeine and rat poison. The ecstasy pill usually has absolutely no MDMA in it. A user never really knows what the drug that they are taking has in it. For safety reasons, it's important for everyone, regardless of mental health, not to take ecstasy pills unless directed to do so by a board-certified physician if and when it becomes legal in the United States.